What's up guys, it's Phil, and it's time for another update. So I have been a busy boy. I've got a lot of stuff going on right now. Behind me you can see I have a couple of projects going. I still have not gotten any farther on my hickory table, but again, it's a secret project for me, so you'll see that in a couple of weeks once I get it finished up. The weather is finally leveling off here in Tennessee, just barely. My shop expansion is still not done. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting to get this done, and between the rain and other issues, it's still not done. So my sander is in my trailer, and the trailer is loaded down with plywood for all the building projects that I'm doing, and it is just crazy right now. Not really sure what I'm gonna do. I have got a ton of built-ins on the calendar right now. I'm starting 2 next week, assuming the rain holds off. One of those actually includes an outdoor play set, which is awesome. And I just finished up this one today. This one's a little smaller than what I normally do, but I really enjoyed it. The detail on this one made it a little more challenging, which was a lot of fun. Getting the molding up there and cutting the miters is always a challenge, but it's always fun to see it come together in the end. And I got it all painted, got it all, cleaned up and everything installed, and it looks awesome. So I'm really happy with that one, and I am excited for the rest of the projects that I have going on. I'm still finishing up a couple of smaller things, so I've got a countertop to do for my contractor and do some work for her when she gets this done. And then I've also got that oak top dining table sitting in there, getting finished up. I just haven't had time to work on it, which stinks because it's really far behind as far as when it was due to the client. So hopefully things will stop being crazy here pretty soon, and one of the ways that I'm going to do that is by changing up the way that I'm scheduling myself. Now I know I talked about scheduling way back in one of my first updates a couple of months ago, but in practice it has not been as easy as I thought it would be, because I end up getting behind on certain projects and I've got other people wanting to get stuff in when I just don't have time, and I overcommit, and so then my projects like the one I just finished end up taking a lot longer than they should have. If I just focused on that one project, I could have gotten in, had the cabinets in, had the trim done, got it prepped for paint, got it painted, went back and did touch-ups when I installed the doors, and everything would be done. That would have been awesome. What ended up happening is that I ended up having like a bunch of split half days, and so even though I got a lot of work done on those half days, it still took almost 2 weeks to complete this project. And that's kind of ridiculous. Granted, I did make the doors too small on my first run, so I had to remake all of the doors, but even with that setback, it should not have taken as long as it did. And on top of that, I'm still behind and have other projects that are way overdue, and other ones where clients are calling me day in, day out going, when are you starting, when are you starting, when are you starting? Even though I told them May, and it's only March. I guess both months start with an M, so they just figured I should be working now. But the point of it all is that for this update, I'm going to be going through, and as I finish up those projects that I'm behind on, every new project I start, I'm only going to be focusing on that project. So when I start a new built-in, I will get all the supplies that I need for that project. I will go in and work on that project, get it through to paint, and then if I'm there with my painter, I will paint it with her, or if I just have them come out and just do it and I can go and move on to something else, at that point I will start the next project. But I want my week and my work life to be day in, day out, working on a project to a certain point, working on the next project, working on the next project, so that then the only going back that I'm doing is to fix any minor issues, to double check everything, touch up paint, install hardware or cabinet doors or whatever, and be done on the last day. So ideally, I will go in and work, leave for paint, come back to finish up, and be done and already be working on the next project. So we'll see if I can do that. That way there's only a little bit of overlap instead of 3, 4, and 5 projects at a time, and people getting mad and me getting behind and being bogged down because there's just too much to do and not enough room to do it in. So let's go start working on some built-ins and see how this goes. Alright, so the built-ins are done. I am super stoked to have those finished up because those are super cool built-ins. 2 neighbors, 2 streets, same neighborhood, very similar fireplaces, same exact house as far as the setup of it, the model or whatever. I do a lot of those in that neighborhood, so a lot of people are calling me because they see one they like and think, well, I'll just call that guy. So word of mouth has been really, really good to me lately for those kind of projects. When I started this particular update, it was supposed to be a quick and easy, like, hey, here's my shop expansion, here's some built-ins, have a nice day. And I thought that that's how I was still going to edit it. But then I remembered that this is supposed to be a behind-the-scenes kind of vlog for how to run a woodworking business and the problems that come up with it. So instead of making it look all pretty and hunky-dory for Facebook and YouTube, I'm gonna show you the real that happens, and this is part of it. All right, it is Friday, week 5. I did not get anywhere near the sort of things done that I wanted to get done. I'm still finishing up the second built-in, but I did start an outdoor playset, which looks pretty cool. So this thing is gonna be really, really neat. I think the clients are gonna like it, but it has taken a little while as I'm still behind in my shop on some of my other projects. So you have to watch the next update to see how that one goes. In other news, I am hand-holding my camera because my tripod decided to break, which is super fun when, you know, you're trying to record yourself doing DIY videos and updates and whatnot. Yeah, that didn't really help, but I'll get me a new tripod and it should be here in 2 days from Amazon Prime. So to finish out the week, I had a delivery to make today, which was all of those stools and chairs and the big oak top dining table. Those were all supposed to go to my client today, but because my shop expansion is not done, the tools are not out of it, so they're still in my delivery trailer. Well, my delivery trailer doesn't have enough room for all of that stuff, so I put half of it inside my truck and the other half on my garbage trailer out there that I bought back in Florida. And after a 40-minute drive, when I was pulling into the client's neighborhood, the entire table base collapsed underneath the weight of the tabletop. Don't know why that happened, but it happened, and that's just the story of my life right now. So I'm in the process of putting it back together. This is the table base. It has epoxy. I put in some pocket hole screws to hold it together until the epoxy cures, and then I'm going to take it outside and get it painted. So that's what I'm doing today, hoping to get it back to the client this afternoon or tomorrow, which is the weekend. I don't normally work on weekends, so that kind of sucks. We'll see how that all works out. But my shop is starting to get cleaned out, so I'm really encouraged by that. My contractors guys just got here a little while ago and dropped off some metal to do the walls, so that's one step closer to getting this project done. I hope, fingers crossed, who knows. I've got a million things going on, including a show in downtown Franklin. The Main Street Festival is coming up, so I've got to get a bunch of skateboards ready for that. I've got some pieces that I'm going to take with me that will be for sale, but also to kind of show. I hope they sell. We'll see. And I was going to build a new booth for that, but I'm not going to have time to do that because I have got clients knocking down my door to get their stuff done, and it's not ready to do yet. So I've got a full schedule, and I will update on the next update how all of that goes. So for now, I'm going to get to work finishing up this table base, and then just getting a couple things finished up here in the shop, and be done for the weekend so that I can go into next week, you know, a little more encouraged and a little bit more ready to kind of tackle my long list of things that I need to do. So it's a nice, warm, windy day, as I'm sure you can probably hear. But I decided that since I've got a nice long shop day today, I'm gonna take a short mental break and start refinishing my kayak. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get back to work. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for clicking on the links. Make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on those notifications so that you know when I finally do get around to posting those DIYs that I've been working on lately. So thanks again for watching, guys. Enjoy building. Go out and make yourself something. We'll see you next time.